Welcome to another RSR. Tonight we are recapping the group stage and predicting the knockout stage of the 2025 CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. Reacción de la fase grupos y predicción de la fase eliminar de la Copa Caribe de la CONCACAF. We are ready to go. The group stage has been over. The group stage has been over. The knockout stage is about to start. The semifinals are about to get going. 3 out of 4 teams that are left will go to the Champions Cup. 1 will be SOL, the loser of the third place game. Starting off with the group results. Starting with Group A, 5th place Mocha FC, 3 points. 4th place Central FC, 4 points, -2 goal differential. 3rd place Robin Hood, 4 points, -1 goal differential. 2nd place O&M FC, 6 points. And 1st place we have Mount Pleasant FA with 12 points. Mocha upsets O&M, but O&M does just enough to advance with 2 wins. They lost to Mount Pleasant as well. Mount Pleasant, of course, 12 points. Absolute dominance from Mount Pleasant. I got 1 out of 5 correct. Advanced eliminations and correct positions. I only got 1 out of 5 for both. That would be Central FC, because I thought Mocha and Robin Hood would finish top 2. I thought Mount Pleasant would be 3rd. O&M would be 5th. I was absolutely wrong. Hell, Group B ain't much better. It's probably worse. With that being said, Group A, Mount Pleasant, they strongly performed this group. O&M could have easily been eliminated, but they got enough wins against the other 3 that they move on. Mocha, all they could do was beat O&M, beat their country compatriots. They did horribly. Robin Hood didn't do well as well. Central did around what I expected, but Robin Hood finished 3rd, had a chance to advance, but didn't because they didn't. Mocha and Robin Hood very much underperformed and disappointed in my book. To be honest, I am very disappointed in both those teams because Mocha is a multiple-time third-place team. Robin Hood was the first team to ever win this trophy. I will make my point at the end of the group stage because, Jesus Christ, both groups was crazy. But I'm very disappointed in Robin Hood and Mocha. O&M were strong until they weren't. 2 wins, 2 losses. First 2 wins, second 2 losses. But they still got through. The rest of the group was trash, and Mount Pleasant took away a lot of points from the rest of the teams. Group B. Let's move on to it. 5th place Juventus de Cais, 1 point. Cavalier FC, 4th place, 4 points. 3rd place Weymouth Wales with 7 points +1 goal differential. 2nd place Defence Force FC, 7 points +2. Sabao FC, 9 points. Defence Force beats Sabao. Weymouth Wales shockingly finishes above Cavalier. Sabao loses to Defence Force. Defence Force had to win one of their last 2 games, and they did. That's my point. But it was Sabao. It wasn't the one I expected. But Sabao still finishes first with 9. Defence Force advances with 7. Weymouth Wales did pretty damn well, all things considered. Juventus de Cais picks up 1 point, and Cavalier picks up 4 points. Losing to Sabao. I mean, Juventus de Cais lost to Weymouth, yes. They lost to Sabao. Defence Force, yeah. Cavalier was the draw, yep. But with that being said, Cavalier were very disappointing. The defending champions were also very disappointing. Weymouth Wales out of nowhere finishes 3rd. Juventus de Cais. I think I had Weymouth Wales 5th. Sabao advancing in 2 teams. Yep, advancing eliminations, I was 3 out of 5. Correct positions, 0 for 5. Fat goose egg. This tournament's weird now. No, it's not. The Caribbean Cup, in my defense, has gotten very much more competitive since the start of it in 2023. This tournament has got so much more competitive. And the teams are much closer to each other. There's no haves and have-nots now. All these teams are even for the most part. And that's an amazing thing when it comes to Caribbean football. An amazing thing. So my knockout predictions probably could end up aging just as bad, but we're going to find out. But again, I think the Caribbean Cup is much more even than it was the first year or the second year. I think it's way more tight, a tighter tournament, and teams are better, and they're all close, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So my full predictions for the knockout stage. Semifinal 1, Mount Pleasant FA versus Defense Force FC. Mount Pleasant FA contra Defense Force FC. I have Mount Pleasant winning because they're the only team to have a perfect record. In my opinion, Defense Force is good, but Mount Pleasant, if they could push that momentum that they've had during the group stage and not pull a Plaza Amador, they should be able to go to the final. They are the team who picked up 12 points. Defense Force, they're good, but there are moments where they're not. They have their moments, but then they look bad at other times. I think Mount Pleasant, against a team who does have flaws, where Mount Pleasant has scored 12 points, they will get what they need to get to move on to the final. Mount Pleasant moves to the final, Defense Force to third place. Sabao FC, O&M FC. Sabao FC versus O&M FC, semifinal 2. Sabao FC contra O&M FC. For me, I have Sabao FC. Sabao FC, second best team in the tournament. This looks like their year. They did slip up late on against Defense Force. But O&M FC got through by the skin of their teeth, got beat up by Mocha, and lost to Mount Pleasant. I think Sabao's good enough to beat O&M. Sabao to the final, O&M to third place. Third place game, Defense Force FC versus O&M FC. Repechaje, Defense Force FC contra O&M FC. I have Defense Force FC winning because I think Defense Force FC is the better team compared to O&M. I think they're slightly better. I think they will make their way to CONCACAF third place and get it done. Final, Mount Pleasant FA versus Sabao FC. Mount Pleasant FA contra Sabao FC. I have Sabao FC winning. Yes, Mount Pleasant has 12 points. Yes, Mount Pleasant have been very good this tournament, but Sabao are different gravy. Yes, they lost a game. They already were through. They knew it. So, it is what it is. I think knowing that every game matters now, you can't throw one away. I think they're going to put out their best and give their best. Sabao FC, even though they only have 9 points, they easily could have had 12 or 10. They're very close to Mount Pleasant, and arguably, I'd say the DR, Dominican Republic, has the best club league right now in the Caribbean. Mount Pleasant will not bring the trophy back to Jamaica for the second straight year. There will be a Jamaican finalist every year, but Sabao gets it done. They bring the first Caribbean Cup to the Dominican Republic. Sabao FC, champions of the Caribbean Cup in my book. Sabao FC, ganador, campeones de la Copa Caribe. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow. Well, later tonight. Later tonight. My bad. For the ALCS Game 7. Mariners at Blue Jays. Winner to the World Series. Loser to Cancun. We're going to find out who it is. Hopefully the Jays are the ones going to the World Series, but we're going to find out. So with that being said, I'll see you later. Live and review. One more video today with one live. So if you're there, I'll see you. If you're not, I'll see you again middle of the week for something. I'll see you then. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. I'll see you soon.